us how strong we are in Jesus Christ and what he's put on our hearts. All right, let's go to Petra. What do you think? I mean, this is Petra world here, right? Come on.
Well, I'm going to stay for one more song.
So
Yes.
at least in my time with Petra was synonymous with Petra. It was a song that basically says, okay, you're saved. What do you do about it? Are you just going to say, well, I'm saved, that's good enough. I know where I'm going. Or do you find out what's beyond belief?
Oh.
Oops, sorry.
Now it's my turn to cry.
No, you didn't. I'm sorry. That was a great come through. Just remember that. When that song comes, remember how I addressed it. Really good. Okay, another story. Here we go. I was listening to secular news once, a long time ago, before Fox. And a guy comes on and says, you know, Generation X, that was my kid's generation at the time, says, Generation X is dead. There's no hope for them. We have to get them up and go to Generation Y. They're still little kids, they have hope. And I'm going, what did he just, we're supposed to give away the treasures that God has given us to, where did that come from? And I go, oh, that's right, this is that station, okay. And especially with the fact that, like, just very recently before this, I was doing a typical interview type thing in the morning before tour, and I had a bunch of guys with me that I honestly thought were youth pastors. I just, at least pastors or youth pastors. So we had lunch. I said, well, guys, what churches do you pastor? Oh, we're not pastors, we're students. I said, well, what college? He said, oh, we're high school. I said, what? What? And it wasn't because they looked old, it was because, man, they were bold in the Lord. I'm going, what? And then the pastor goes, yeah, these are my soldiers, yeah. You know, in his own way. That's how I would say it. He did it probably a lot more humble. But he goes, yeah, these guys are prayer warriors. I mean, they are the guys that go into the church or into school, secular school, every morning, and they get a ring and they pray. They're right in the middle of the pothead zone. And for anybody that's ever done drugs, it means that's where everybody goes to smoke pot, or they have to smoke pot and they're standing up against the bleachers not being able to walk yet. And these guys are praying, and I mean they're praying loud, and these guys, of course, the kibitzers, are standing around and go, yeah, pray for me, Jesus, freak, oh, yeah, you know, typical, in groups of numbers, very brave. And these guys didn't care, they're just praying, they're praying for their school, they're praying for those kids, they're praying for, it's just so cool, you know, just, these are kids, high school kids, taking over the warrior stance, it's so cool. And finally, one of them said, yeah, it's weird, you know, we'll pray, we'll be praying, and then all these guys, and the guys usually with the biggest mouths, the ones that are yelling the loudest, are the ones that when we're by ourselves, will come up and go, yeah, man, you know, I really appreciate you standing strong for what you believe, that's cool. You know, typical kid. It's cool. And really what they're saying is, help me. Those bold kids, those warriors are a light. And those searching souls find that light. And they go right to say, in their own way, help me. I really think you're doing great. Help me. And I see that as nothing. Maybe my generation can't reach the kids that are going through all the onslaughts that they are in high school and grade school. And let's face it, each year gets worse. Each year gets worse. Used to be bubblegum, now it's knives and guns. And I believe that we, through the body of Christ, as we teach our young, that's why every time I see a church that puts their youth first, I say that church is growing. Don't have to do anything else. I guarantee that church is growing if they're putting their youth first. And it always happens that way. Because Christ, we should be taking care of the youth as the growing next generation of leaders. It's our responsibility. The kids may not listen to us, but they may listen to their own. And if we can find just those key people, those key kids, and teach them, foster them, they can wake the dead. They can wake those kids that everybody else says are dead, are gone, hopeless. That's what this song's about. Wake the dead, take up the call, carry his commission. Wake the dead, wake the dead, take up the call, and just walk away. Wake up! There's a job to be